Alrighty then. We have the Enterprise NoXious 1, the most horrendous model to build on the planet. This is even worse than the 350 refit. This is the original Polar Lights, underplaying Mantis, blah, blah, blah. This kit is a nightmare. And if you can find one, thanks to the price gougers, the guys that work together on the forums to keep the prices high, even if they don't get the sale, a cynical way of trying to control and run the market. Milk you out of every dollar, whether they make the sale or not. They all work together to keep the price of this horrendous kit extremely high. 150, 200, 250. I've seen them listed for $500, and I think you are nuts. Anybody that pays that price for this box of styrene is simple. They literally don't have the brains to pour urine out of a boot with the directions on the bottom. Now, I got this for a pretty good deal, all things considered. I got it with a bundle of other stuff, and I didn't pay as much as I could have paid, but I still don't like what I paid. I got this for one reason: to turn it back into an Akira. I'm going to flip the pylons and the nacelles and the center engine core, or whatever that is. I hated this ship. When I first saw this, I laughed. I called it, from day one, I called it the Akira Prize. And then I called it the NoXious 1, NX01, the NoXious 1. It's just such a ripoff, man. The Akira was first. At any rate, right in front of you, I'm going to open this box, show the parts, then I'm going to show you how to build this. The first thing you do to build this is drill out all the holes where the pins go in to give yourself some room to maneuver. And then you cut out all the tabs and all the garbage that causes everything to be janky and off kilter. And then you make sure that you've got a 55-gallon drum of putty, a chain fall, a come along, and ratchet straps so you can build this POS. Be right back. And here are the parts in all the bags, all original. This was a sealed kit. This kit is 20 years old as of right now. I think this come out June, July, August 2004. Even Polar Lights hasn't repopped this because it's such a horrendous ship to build. It has got so many issues, it's not even funny. But I'm going to build it, and I'm going to change it, and I'm going to turn it back into an Akira. I may even go as far as having Akira pylons printed up, maybe even oversized Akira pylons printed up, because I'm gonna F this ship up. I'm gonna turn this into something cool, as opposed to, I hated this show. I thought Scott Bakula was a horrible actor. I thought this show was juvenile, small-minded, non-canon. I went to the 2-hour premiere at this Star Trek thing in my area. We went to this club. At the time, they had the biggest flat screen TV in the area with all these Star Trek fans. I can't even remember. USS Atlas. It was this local group. And I couldn't even get 20 minutes into this thing, and I'm like, what a piece of crap. Scott Bakula, Captain Archer, gets his butt whipped within the first 30 minutes, bangs a shuttle into a cliff. I mean, it was just so stupid. I never could tolerate this show. The only thing I liked about it was T'Pol, and I couldn't sit through the drivel to look at T'Pol. By the way, true story, at the Las Vegas 40th anniversary convention, T'Pol literally ran right into me. Jolene Blaylock, I was coming out the door at a main event, and she was coming around the corner and walked right into me. My wife at the time was right there. I'm like, whoa, slow down, Missy. You're going to get hurt. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. And she looked bad. And I found out later she was sick during that convention. Probably drunk. Or drunk over, hungover. At any rate, here is this horrendous... They used to have a term on the forums. Well, that's unbuildable. This is one of the most unbuildable, complicated, disjointed, poorly designed, poorly engineered, worst piece of crap on the planet. But I am going to do something cool with it. I'm going to do it justice. Ugh. I remember the first time I got a hold of one of these kits right after it came out. I looked at all those. Oh, over 200 pieces. How is that a selling item? I mean, it's just, I don't know. Just the things that these people on the forums come up with. Oh, well, if you can build that kit, you're a real modeler. No, you're just somebody that's got a bad case of OCD. I mean, what a nightmare. And I don't, like I said, I don't like the design. Never did like the design. I thought it was such a rip-off of the Akira. Man, you couldn't come up with something better than that. I even said that to Doug Drexler. He's like, well, that's what the art director wanted them. I'm like, really? And then, if you get online, they want to sell you these stupid decals for the paneling, and they want a ungodly price, $75, $100, $150 for decals. These people that do these decals, the approved people, the people that are approved of on the forums, those douchebags, only those douchebags charge $100, $150 for freaking decals. Something that takes 2 minutes to print off on decal paper. And yeah, I don't mind giving them a hard time. You know why? They gave me a hard time for a lot of years for no reason. Because I wasn't part of their clique. Spread lies, rumors, garbage, BS, blocked me, did everything they could to keep me from selling the 50-inch refit. For what reason? Jealousy. The fact that they didn't like me because I didn't kiss up to the right bunch of fellers. And most of these fellers are just anal retentive, obsessive compulsive, bipolar, manic depressive, paranoid, schizophrenic, juvenile man babies. Man babies. So there we go. That's the horrendous NoXious 1. What a POS. But like I said, I am going to build it. Yes, indeed.